Welcome to a brand new deep dive, crafted specifically for your inquisitive mind. Today we're venturing into a realm where digital intelligence is really starting to reshape the physical world.
That's right. We're talking artificial intelligence in the construction industry.
Exactly. And you've pulled together a really compelling collection of information here. Briefing docs, studies, analyses, all pointing to how AI is becoming, well, integral across every single stage of a building's life.
Yeah, the sources really paint this clear picture. AI isn't just theory anymore. It's delivering, tangible results. How we design, build, manage, even how we take things down.
Right, from design to demolition, as the sources put it.
It's a pretty comprehensive look at a huge transformation underway.
Absolutely. So
Yeah.
our goal today is to unpack these materials, pull out the key insights for you. We're seeing AI move like off the sci-fi pages and onto the job site,
Yeah.
leading to smarter designs, definitely safer sites, more efficient project workflows, and even, believe it or not, automated demolition.
It's happening.
Think of this as your shortcut, your streamlined guide to understanding this AI revolution in construction. Hopefully, plenty of aha moments, and we'll keep the jargon, to a minimum.
Sounds good. Where should we start?
Well, the logical place seems to be the very beginning, right? The design phase.
Perfect. Yeah, the sources show some really groundbreaking ways AI is being applied right there at the start.
Okay, let's dive into that. AI and building design. One thing that jumps out is generative design. What's the core idea there?
Well, generative design is fascinating because it kind of flips the script on the traditional creative process.
How so?
Instead of a designer coming up with maybe a few options based on their experience, AI algorithms can churn out loads of design solutions. You just give it the parameters.
Parameters like.
Oh, things like site dimensions, environmental conditions, material preferences, budgets, you name it.
And the AI just generates designs based on that.
Exactly. It allows for this much, much broader exploration of what's possible, way more than traditional methods. The sources call it a more comprehensive exploration of possibilities.
So it's like unlocking this huge landscape of potential designs. Maybe stuff a human architect wouldn't even think of.
It definitely opens that door.
Right.
Could lead to some really novel, optimized designs, even, unconventional shapes and forms.
Okay, interesting. And AI's role doesn't stop there in design, right? It's also boosting BIM, building information modeling.
Right, BIM. Yeah, for anyone not super familiar, BIM is basically the detailed 3D digital blueprint of a building. All the data's in there. What AI is doing is taking BIM from being like a static model to something dynamic, a real-time simulation.
Dynamic, real-time. What does that actually look like?
Well, imagine your BIM model reacting to stuff, constantly pulling in environmental data, sunlight, wind, and adjusting. The sources say AI turns this parametric modeling into these really responsive simulations. Plus, you can interact with it using natural language.
You mean like talk to the model?
Pretty much. Ask it questions, get specific info back. And it's huge for clash detection.
Clash detection, finding conflicts.
Exactly. Finding where, say, the plumbing pipes are going to hit the electrical conduits before you start building in the digital model.
Okay, that alone sounds like it saves massive headaches and money.
Oh, absolutely. Reduces rework, avoids delays. It's about catching those problems early, virtually. And it just makes collaboration way smoother for the whole design team.
Makes sense. And the sources also really highlight AI's role in sustainability analysis during design.
Yeah, this is a big one. AI can crunch the data in the BIM model to predict the building's energy performance.
Okay.
And then it can actually suggest design tweaks to minimize its environmental impact.
Like what kind of tweaks?
Like optimizing window placement for natural light, reducing heating or cooling needs, suggesting the most efficient HVAC systems. It's about baking sustainability in right from the start.
Designing environmentally responsible buildings from the get-go, using AI's analytical power. So looking ahead now, what are the sources saying about, say, 2025? Where's AI headed in building design?
The trend seems to be even deeper integration. We're likely going to see more generative AI used for all sorts of project aspects. We'll probably see AI graphical modeling tools working closely with BIM and large language models, LLMs.
LLMs, like the tech behind ChatGPT and similar tools.
Exactly. They could handle stuff like automated documentation, answering design questions. AI is also expected to take on more analysis tasks, and we'll see more automated tools for rapid design standardization and checking.
So AI becomes even more of an indispensable assistant for architects and engineers, handling the routine stuff.
That seems to be the direction, freeing up humans for the more complex creative problem solving. The sources even suggest generative AI will optimize the actual architectural, structural, even the internal systems designs.
And the payoff.
Reduce material waste and enhanced buildability, that's the quote. A really compelling prospect.
Definitely. Okay, so moving from design, the next big phase is actually building it, managing the project. How's AI shaking things up there?
Right, project management, which, as you know, can be incredibly complex. AI is making real strides in improving efficiency here.
Okay, how? Where do we see it first?
Well, planning and scheduling is a key area. AI can analyze tons of project data to predict potential problems, bottlenecks, and it can automate a lot of scheduling tasks.
Automate scheduling.
Yeah, and there are tools, like Alice's sources mention it, that use something called generative scheduling.
Generative scheduling now. Okay, what's that?
It's similar to generative design. It explores tons of different potential project timelines and sequences to find the most efficient paths. Imagine a huge, complex puzzle. AI rapidly tries out countless ways to put the pieces together to find the fastest, most resource-efficient way, much faster than a human could.
That sounds incredibly powerful for managing complex timelines. Does it actually work in practice?
Seems so. The sources mention a case study, Ananda Development in Bangkok. They used an AI scheduler. Reported significant cuts in both project cost and time. So yeah, real-world benefits.
Wow. Okay, that's a solid proof point. And I guess AI's analytical strength applies to cost estimation too.
Absolutely. Machine learning algorithms are getting really good at producing more accurate cost estimates compared to traditional methods.
More accurate and faster.
Yep, and they can flag potential cost issues or inefficiencies early on. The sources mention a significant reduction in the time required to generate accurate estimates and ultimately lower pre-construction costs.
Lower pre-construction costs, music to the industry's ears, I'm sure. What about risk? Construction is inherently risky.
Right, and this is where AI helps shift risk management from being reactive, fixing problems after they happen, to being proactive.
How does it predict risk?
By analyzing historical project data, it learns patterns, identifies potential issues before they blow up. It can flag hazards, predict likely delays, cost overruns, even material shortages.
Like an early warning system.
Exactly. It gives project managers a heads up, allowing them to make decisions proactively, minimizing potential disruptions, as one source puts it.
And what kinds of risks can it flag?
It's broad. Cost, time, quality issues, contract problems, potential disputes, safety hazards, even sustainability targets, basically across the board.
That's comprehensive.
Yeah.
And you also mentioned real-time monitoring.
Yeah, AI enables this continuous oversight of the project, tracking progress against the plan, or refining the plan as things change on the ground, optimizing how resources, people, equipment, materials are allocated, all leading to better control and potentially lower costs. It lets managers identify issues as they develop and make timely adjustments.
It really sounds like AI is giving project managers like superpowers, unprecedented insight and control.
That's a good way to put it.
Okay, let's shift to something absolutely critical in construction. Safety. Job site safety. How's AI helping keep workers safe?
This is a really impactful area. AI is making significant contributions through, well, several key applications. Real-time monitoring and hazard detection is a big one.
How does that work? Cameras? Sensors?
Both. AI systems using computer vision, basically, teaching computers to see and interpret images along with sensors, can constantly scan the job site for dangers.
What kind of dangers are we talking about?
Oh, the sources list quite a few. Missing personal protective equipment, PPE, like hard hats or vests.
Right.
Unsafe use of equipment, fall hazards, big one like missing guardrails or unprotected edges, unstable scaffolding, even just tripping hazards.
And when it spots something?
It can send immediate alerts to supervisors or the workers involved.
Wow, that's like having a tireless safety inspector watching constantly.
Pretty much. Then there's predictive safety analytics.
Okay, predicting accidents. How?
Again, by analyzing data. Historical accident data. AI looks for patterns, correlations, trying to figure out where and when accidents are statistically more likely to happen.
You can focus safety efforts on high-risk areas or times.
Exactly. It can even factor in things like upcoming bad weather that might increase risks and send alerts. It's about being proactive, not just reactive.
Makes sense. And compliance, making sure people follow the rules.
AI helps there too. Monitoring if workers are wearing their required PPE, staying in designated safe zones, following safety procedures. It helps to, as the sources say, establish a stronger safety culture.
It sounds incredibly effective. Are there numbers to back this up? Real results.
Yeah, actually, there's a case study mentioned from Shawmut Design and Construction. They implemented AI safety monitoring.
And the result?
A reported 53% reduction in OSHA recordable incidents. 53%.
Wow, that is huge.
It is. And other research suggests AI could potentially cut workplace accidents in construction by up to 50% overall. These aren't small numbers. It's about saving lives and preventing injuries.
Absolutely staggering impact. Okay, shifting gears slightly, but related. Robotics, AI-powered robotics.
Yeah.
What's the reality on construction sites today?
Well, robots are definitely here, and their role is growing, especially AI-powered ones. They're great for tasks that are repetitive, physically demanding, or dangerous.
And the AI part makes them
Smarter, more adaptable. The sources say AI and machine learning enhance the capabilities of these robots by enabling intelligent decision-making. They aren't just dumb machines following code. They can react and adapt.
Okay, examples. What are they actually doing?
Bricklaying is a common one. Some robots can lay up to 3,000 bricks per day.
Whoa, compared to a human.
Way faster.
Right.
They're also used for things like pouring concrete, welding, painting large areas, tasks that benefit from precision and tireless repetition.
Serious productivity boost. Is it just the building tasks or other things too, like moving materials?
Material handling is another area. AI helps optimize how materials move around the site. Robots integrated with heavy equipment can automate transport, cutting down on manual labor and wasted time.
Streamlining the site logistics. What about drones? We see them flying over sites all the time.
Right. Drones plus AI are a powerful combo for site inspection and tracking progress. They give project managers this amazing real-time aerial view.
So they can spot issues from above.
Exactly. Identify risks, see how work is progressing against the plan. As the sources note, drones provide project managers with real-time aerial data, a really valuable tool.
With all these robots taking on tasks, it must mean changes for the human workforce, right?
Absolutely. That's a critical point. As robots handle more manual tasks, the need shifts. We'll need more people with skills in data analytics, machine learning, robot operation, maintenance.
So a skills transformation.
Definitely. The workforce needs to adapt.
Okay, we've covered design, management, safety, building. What about the very ends of a building's life? Demolition. Is AI involved there too?
Surprisingly, yes. Even in deconstruction and demolition, AI is making an impact. It's helping with precision and control in automated demolition.
Automated demolition, like robots tearing buildings down.
Sort of. AI-driven robots doing precise cutting through materials. Or remote-controlled robots going into hazardous or unstable structures where it's too dangerous for humans.
That remote control aspect sounds like a huge safety win for demolition crews.
It really is. The sources even mention a cool, maybe slightly futuristic concept: smart demolition swarm robots.
Swarm robots, like little robots working together.
Yeah, imagine small autonomous bots using AI to communicate and coordinate, systematically taking a structure apart piece by piece.
Wow, that sounds incredibly efficient, maybe even selective. And safety must be paramount in demolition too.
For sure, AI can monitor worker safety compliance, detect unsafe actions, predict high-risk areas based on structural assessments. And again, robots can do the dangerous work.
What about all the rubble, the waste?
AI is helping there too. Robots using AI vision to identify and sort different materials, concrete, metal, wood from the debris.
For better recycling.
Exactly, making recycling much more efficient. AI tools can also track waste generation in real time to optimize how it's managed. And even before demolition starts, AI helps with planning, doing more accurate takeoffs of material quantities from site plans.
So cradle to grave, or maybe design to demolition, AI is touching every part.
It really seems that way.
But it can't all be smooth sailing.
Right.
With such a massive shift, there have to be challenges, right? Limitations.
Oh, absolutely. There are definitely significant hurdles to widespread adoption.
Like what? What are the main roadblocks?
Well, number one is probably data quality and availability. AI needs lots of good data to learn effectively.
And construction data is messy.
Often, yeah. It can be fragmented across different companies or systems, inconsistent, sometimes just not available in a usable format. Garbage in, garbage out, you know.
Right. Makes sense. What else?
Cost is another big one. The initial investment, hardware, software, specialized expertise, training. It can be a lot, especially for smaller firms.
Yeah, the barrier to entry.
And then there's the skills gap we talked about. There just aren't enough people yet with the right mix of construction knowledge and AI, data science, machine learning expertise.
So you need the tech and the people who know how to use it.
Precisely. Plus, you sometimes run into resistance to change. People worry about jobs being displaced, or they're just uncomfortable with totally new ways of working.
The human factor. Understandable. Any other big ones?
Ethical concerns are emerging too. Transparency in AI decision-making. Why did the AI recommend this design or that schedule? Who's responsible if an AI makes a mistake? Potential biases in the data leading to biased AI outputs. These are complex questions.
Yeah, and regulations.
That's another layer. Making sure AI tools meet safety standards, figuring out liability when autonomous systems are involved. The rules are still catching up to the technology in many ways.
Okay, so quite a few challenges to navigate. Data, costs, skills, resistance, ethics regulations.
It's a complex transition.
But despite those challenges, what's the overall feeling about the future? Where is this heading?
The outlook is still overwhelmingly positive, according to these sources. We expect continued evolution, more automation, deeper integration with other tech, AI systems getting better at generating really optimized, innovative solutions.
And the market reflects that.
Yeah, the AI and construction market is projected to grow pretty robustly. People are seeing the value.
And the workforce transformation we mentioned.
That will continue. A shift from manual tasks to higher skilled roles working alongside AI. Think AI supervisors, robotics technicians, data analysts interpreting AI insights.
A different kind of construction job.
Exactly. And underpinning all this, a big focus on sustainability. AI is seen as crucial for optimizing resource use, cutting waste, improving energy efficiency across the board.
It definitely sounds like a dynamic, transformative period ahead for the whole industry.
Absolutely. As we've discussed, AI isn't some distant dream anymore in construction. It's here now, actively reshaping how we design, build, manage, even take down structures.
From generative design's possibilities to those huge safety improvements, the efficiency gains, the impact is undeniable.
Right. And what's really interesting is how it all connects. It's not just isolated tools. It's becoming this network of intelligent systems working across the whole life cycle.
Promising a future for construction that's not just more efficient and safer, but also, hopefully, more sustainable and innovative too.
This deep dive really just scratches the surface, though. There's so much more to explore: specific tools, the ethics in more detail, how the workforce really adapts.
For sure. So we definitely encourage you, our listener, to keep exploring this space. It's moving fast. Thank you for joining us on this deep dive today. We hope it gave you some valuable insights and a clearer picture of this AI revolution in construction.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in.
Stay curious, keep learning, and we'll catch you next time for another in-depth exploration.